Okay, so I just kind of wanted to go over her chewing. I think that is something that she's here for. I just kind of wanted to give some advice because I just had her in my little office thing while I was taking a phone call and she started chewing on literally everything in there. So I know that her age right now, this is something that's more so a result of her teething. But we want to make sure she has an appropriate outlet and / we're managing it. So everything that dogs do is to make their life better. So if she's uncomfortable at all, what's happening? Then she is going to chew to relieve that. And if she's having the opportunities to do that, then that's something that could potentially progress as she gets older and she finds value in just being a chewy, mouthy dog. So first off, I really recommend, why are you so upset about my dogs? These things are called Veno Bones. It doesn't have to specifically be this shape. They have some that are shaped more like actual bones, like little branches. They're basically a nylabone, but it's like more of like a natural alternative. So it's not meant to be ingested, but if it happens, it's not, there's no like harmful chemicals or anything like that. So says the package. But my dogs love these. She was just chewing on it, so I know she likes it. These things are great. I'm blind, so I can't really see the small screen on my phone. But my puppy over here, my little Mal puppy, she's teething right now. She's just a little bit younger than Ashley. And she has, knock on wood, not really showed any interest in chewing anything because she always has access to this. / my next management is going to be making sure there's enrichment and fulfillment. So exercise, getting an outlet, having a good time, finding things to chew on, like appropriate things to chew on, interactive play, and then and then there's management. So right now, because of where we are with training, a lot of that's going to be balancing crate time when you can't really keep an eye on her and be proactive with her and play with her and make sure she's not getting into anything and not being successful in her chewing. That's going to be a big part of her life right now, where it should be, for safety reasons, if anything else. So we want to make sure that she's not finding things to chew on that are harmful for her. Like one of the things that she's going to chew on was a little fluff from the blanket, which I obviously pulled away from her, but we don't want her eating those things and getting infections and things like that. Something that we're working on is going to be a place command, which is going to essentially put calm on command. For my dogs, I use it as a transition from like really high activity things to they go to their place to help settle them down so that they can be calm and relaxed in my home. It's going to be something that's used for impulse control. They're hanging out in their place and not reacting to everything happening around in their environment. And then for her sake, it's going to be something kind of similar to the crate, where when we're not able to micromanage her not getting into anything, we can send her to her place. Obviously, we're not 100% there. She's learning the mechanics of the place, and I'll put her on and show all that stuff. She's learning all about the place, but it's not something that's a reliable behavior just yet. So that's why I'm kind of saying let's more so worry about crate time. As far as other training, I've been working on the word out with her. Right now, that is her moving away from me, which is how I teach it, so I will demonstrate that. As we progress, it's going to mean a blanket command of remove yourself from a resource. So like I said, it's going to be me right now, then it could be somebody else. If she has something and you say out, I want her to disengage from it and move away. So I'm just creating muscle memory right now, and I'll demonstrate that. Hey, she said, I'm relaxing. There's a bunch of guys right outside the door that she's staring at. She's finding it very exciting. So when she comes up to me, I will take a treat. Hey, very exciting about my dog. I'm going to say the word out and then toss the treat away. Good girl. Actually, I've been using kibble for this because she needs to, for her sake, she's not that visually great at it. when she hears the sound of the kibble hitting the ground. So it's been better. She's a good girl. Out. Very good. So you move a little bit back so you can see her. Ashley, come on, good girl. So we've moved past this a little bit, but something really great for you guys to practice at home. It's going to be the word out, and then very brief pause. You walk into her a little bit and making sure that she can see your hand. You just toss the treat slightly away. We don't throw it across the room. We want it to be something where she goes to chase after. We're just creating the muscle memory of her hearing the word out, and she runs backwards. So eventually, I'll say the word out, but not have anything in my hand, and still do the same movement. When she moves away, when she goes into that conditioned response, then I will mark it with the word good. And what? Hello, hi. So, Ashley, out. Very good. So I don't know if you can hear that on there, but she hears the kibble hit the ground. It's very helpful for her. Hi, out. Good girl. Out. So she started to kind of get the picture of when she hears the word out. She's starting to offer up a little bit of movement. Not 100% yet, but we just started working on it. Hi, out. Very good. Yeah, good girl. Out. Good job. Other than that, well, I guess I should say, eventually I'm going to start doing it to where I'll put something low value, maybe a couple of like boring kibbles in a bowl on the ground. As she finishes them, I'm going to say that word out. She's already done with the food, so there's no possession of it. There's no desire to remain there, and then call her back to me. So again, it's going to be just creating the muscle memory. She doesn't actually need to hang on to the resource because it doesn't exist. She's just learning how to move away when she hears that word. It's probably going to be a good amount of time before I actually ask her to out away from something that's still there. So she's right now outing away from low value, and when she comes to me, she's getting something high value. So she really likes these hot dogs that I use. So she'll have the boring kibble on the ground, eat a couple of those. I'll say the word out, and then when she moves away from the bowl and comes back towards me, I'm going to present something, the hot dogs. Anyway, back to the other stuff. We've been working a little bit on her leash walking. So I really, the last video I sent you was going over her markers, and I've been using that to help her understand the picture of what I'm looking for with her. So I'm using a little bit of leash pressure. That's something that we've definitely been going over the past couple of days into last week. I want her to learn how to move into the leash pressure to create slack. That's something that's not natural for dogs, so she's had to learn how to do it. Starting out very small with expectations, just a little bit of leash pressure. As soon as she moves into it, I embellish that and reward that. Hey, good girl. So as we're walking, let's go. Good. I use the word let's go. Good. And then I'm saying good to keep her following along with me. Good. 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 Let's go. Good. A little bit of leash pressure into her sit. Good. Okay. Very nice. Good girl. We're mostly hanging out still in the training room where there's low distractions. I want to really make sure she understands what I'm asking before I move into higher distractions, which is pretty much what the end of this week is going to look like. We're going to start slowly adding in things that she finds distracting. Everyone wants homework over the weekend or to practice at home. And my advice is always to be very careful with how you're rewarding things. Right now, she's very much so in a reinforcement schedule that's continuous. Like every couple steps, reward, reward, reward. I'm rewarding everything that I like. I'm creating that history so that she's learning, that there is value in doing the things that she wants. And then as we start to progress and she's kind of hesitating or not doing what I like or breaking behavior, whatever, and I withhold food, because she's used to that frequency, she's gonna question why she's not getting the reinforcement. So the hopes with that is that she offers alternative behaviors or tries a little bit harder. So me saying that is just to kind of help you understand that, you know, obviously I'm the trainer and this is my time allowed for this because it's my job. So be careful with what you're asking for at home. No, Ashley, no. Good girl, yes. There's some kibble over there since she really needs, because we don't want to reward the wrong thing, and we want to make sure that we are rewarding the things that we like. So that's perfectly fine to do that at home. Make sure that if you like what you're seeing, you like what she's doing, to reward it, because she's very much so a sponge right now. Right? A sponge. Yes. Hey girl. I've definitely been trying to make it a point to reward eye contact. So anytime she's walking around and she looks over at me and walks over to me, I tell her that yes word, and then she comes and gets a reinforcement for me. Yes, good girl. Very nice.